All right, my beautiful friends, it's Wednesday, April 10th, 2019. Kind of a big day here in the market. We just heard from the European Central Bank. I'll talk about that in a moment. And later on today, we're going to hear from the Federal Reserve. We'll talk about that too. First, let's start off with this. As I am doing this video blog, stocks aren't doing much of anything. We're about flat here. It's a wait-and-see game with regard to what's going to come out of its mouth later. It's going to be a big zero. Again, we'll talk about that in a second. But let's start off with the European Central Bank. So we just heard from the European Central Bank. And guess what? Well, they're going to leave monetary policy unchanged, which means negative rates are here to stay. And I feel bad for all my European friends out there that are getting robbed blind. You know, let's talk about getting robbed blind. There was an article today. I'm telling you, these people watch my work. I know they do. An article on Market Watch which explained how, well, actually, the depth or the reality of what suppressed rates have done for savers here in the United States. Well, it appears that since the financial crisis, those people who have had savings accounts or an interest earning account have lost over $500 billion that they would have gotten if we had normal rates. But everything is great right now. You know that, right? You know, you're following the script line, aren't you? There's no difference between watching the political show or watching any other, fictional show. That's all it is. It's not real. You know that. So, again, what are people going to do? Even knowing that they have been robbed blind to the tune of over $500 billion, the American people, zipped mouths, nothing. No one will say a word. And you know what's going to happen? Well, it's just going to get worse for them because they're dumb. I'm not even dumbed down. Now they have reached the dumb state. Duh. Oh. That's what they're like. It's the truth. All right, look. So let's recap up till now because we got to talk about the Fed real quick. We got a market that, at least as I am doing this video blog, is flat. I think it's waiting on the Fed, which we'll talk about in a second. We found out that the ECB is going to maintain their negative rate policy for as far as the eye can see. I know no one here is shocked about that. That's just the norm. We find out that American citizens, savers have been robbed of over $500 billion, and it's going to get a lot worse moving forward here, especially if we get negative rates or more quantitative easing. I mean, it's just unbelievable. It's theft on an unimaginable scale. But people are going to sit there with their mouths shut because they're too stupid to open it or something, or I don't know. You come up with a word. Now let's talk about it real quick. The Federal Reserve, you all know. So we're going to hear from the Fed today, and it's going to be another big fat zero. Nothing's going to happen. There's not going to be a cut today. There's not going to be anything today. It's going to be more just like, I think it's the minutes. They're going to read the minutes. I don't believe there's going to be any kind of other talk. So with that said, what we're going to hear, though, from the minutes is more of the same that we've always been hearing. Everything is great. Our economy is really strong, but not strong enough to raise rates. So then we're going to hear the lie that, there's no inflation. Remember, no inflation. Yeah, they have to force that on you, and they have to make it echo through your brain or through the general population that sits outside my lovely window here, because that's they get hypnotized. That's what happens. It's literally mass freaking brainwashing, is what it is. And that's why people don't say anything when they hear that they've been robbed of $500 billion. And it's about to get a lot worse. Lastly, before I let you go, the U.S. 10-year yield is firmly below 2.5. And I want to just show you the lovely non-existent yield curve that you don't hear about anymore. The 6 month is paying more than the 1 year, the 2 year, the 3 year, the 5 year, and the 7 year. And hold on a second here. We're just about at the same level as the 10 year. Beautiful. Isn't that just great? You're not supposed to know that, though, because our economy is so strong. Yeah. Don't you want to just vomit? You have your barf bag, right? I have a whole collection over here. Because I do throw up several times a day when I hear things come out of people's mouths. It's the way it is. All right, with that said, I love all of you. I will see you at the end of the day.